Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Hope everyone is doing well. So tomorrow, this Friday, day after tomorrow is hope everyone is doing well. And this week we have Haridas Thakur Disappearance Day and ISKCON Farming Tunnels. And we are all committed to chanting 192 rounds in 3 days. This is a small tribute to Haridas Thakur. This is the second or which year? Third year or second year? Second year, right? So you want me to play the video first?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
So tell me if you can't hear. Otherwise,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare.
Satyam eva puna puna. He's saying this is
Hare Krishna. So we are all very fortunate to come in contact with the legacy of Haridas Thakur, and we should, many times one of the reasons actually, I really wanted this chanting marathon to do is I picked up the cue from Anand Rundan Prabhu from India. I was inspired, but more than that, Haridas Thakur rose from dead. Christianity, the only one biggest assets of Christianity is Haridas Thakur. Jesus Christ rose from dead. Honestly speaking, very few apostles saw him, as he was ascending to heavens, as per Bible. But we have everything, even whatever is needed to propagate. We have a culture, we have a holy name, we have philosophy, but somehow, world does not know Haridas Thakur. World does not so much know Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu. For that matter, also Krishna actually in the Western world. It is all because we don't promote. So I felt, we should, one thing, by chanting 192 rounds, our sadhana, we will develop more and more confidence for our daily rounds. Second thing is we develop, we slowly but steadily, we develop self-confidence of doing more rounds. And because we are chanting the holy name, I'm sorry. Because we are chanting the holy name, we receive the blessings of Lord Chaitanya, blessings of Haridas Thakur, all the acharyas, Srila Prabhupada. And at least these 3 days, in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, our impurities, like the desires, the carnal, those desires that are not very favorable to bhakti and that are detrimental to bhakti may go down. This is one of the reasons why I'm also promoting to the other temples. So if you belong to other temples, my request to you, you should take it up seriously. Even if 2 people extra come, that's fine. When then Harida is like different parts of the world, the holy name will resound, and the glories of Haridas Thakur will resound, and as Namacharya, and Lord Chaitanya as the Yugavatar, his name will spread, and the glories of Radha and Krishna will spread too. How many of you agree?
Hari bol.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hari Prabhuji, Hari Bol.
So, as much as possible, if you all want, I can put the link in the, I'm sure you all have that link, should I put it again? Otherwise, I think, you want me to send it? I'm sure you all have it, right? If you want, otherwise I'll send it out to the classes over. Okay. So we take this opportunity, and one day, in probably 20 years ago, my first thing, early days of ISKCON, I don't know why, but I read Haridas Thakur Disappearance Day from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And it was, wow, amazing. Very touching. And this is the fun time in the entire Chaitanya Leela. Lord Chaitanya loses his composer, his gravity, and he did that only one time in the entire Chaitanya Charitamrita. He lost his composure. He goes to the entrance of Jagannath Puri temple, Jagannath temple, and he spreads his cloth. And he was so affected by Haridas Thakur Disappearance Day. That shows how much Krishna loves us, how much care, really, Lord Chaitanya went to Haridas Thakur every day and would give prasad. And they would discuss how to deliver, how to deliver people. Not just people, but all the living entities, including trees and animals. And how Lord Chaitanya did not give importance to the caste, because Haridas Thakur was a Muslim, by caste. And what is that? What is that? Um, uh, and Lord Chaitanya, when he was passing, we see one more thing in this entire episode. I'm just touching the points. Lord Chaitanya did not intervene in the free will of Haridas Thakur. And he, as a devotee, Lord Chaitanya said, all right. He always said Krishna, Krishna, but everyone knew Lord, it's Lord Chaitanya who facilitated the whole thing. And he personally came and chanted, and he facilitated his passing away. And then they took him to the ocean and they bathed him. Lord Chaitanya personally threw the sand on the body of divine body of Haridas Thakur. And he what is that? He told devotees to put prasad. And after that, he personally served prasad. He gave garland chandan to each and every devotee. This shows Lord Chaitanya's care for devotees. Rather than downloading the philosophy on people, very important thing is caring. Actually, we need to definitely, you need to go extra mile and show our affection and warmth and our care and love to devotees as much as possible. This is the lesson. And very interesting thing is Haridas Thakur also never violated, few glorious things in Haridas Thakur past time. We all discussed actually when we were discussing Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adilila, we discussed the glories of Haridas Thakur, right? Haridas Thakur as Namachari would chant every day 192 rounds. And Ramchandra Khan, being envious, he sent a prostitute to ruin, to spoil Haridas Thakur, entice Haridas Thakur and spoil him. But Haridas Thakur waited only to transform her, from a prostitute to a devotee. The way Srila Prabhupada did hippies into devotees, happies. Haridas Thakur transformed the prostitute into a devotee. And devotee attained perfection. That the prostitute attained perfection in her life, actually. She was considered as a Mahabhagavad devotee by the local scholars after some time. When I read, I thought, it worked for prostitute, why it doesn't work for me? But of course, our guru is Haridas Thakur, Hare Krishna. So yes, Prabhupada is also there. Spiritual master or spiritual masters are there. The grace of Haridas Thakur flows through them. If only we are sincere, submissive and humble. Then Haridas Thakur came to Fulia. That's where Mahadev came to test him. And Haridas Thakur, by the dint, by the power of, by the strength of chanting, the strength of the holy name, Haridas Thakur did not succumb to the pressures and temptations of Mahadevi. Finally, can you imagine, Mahadevi herself came in what? She is everywhere. She's listening. But Mahadevi that day, she is manifested before Haridas Thakur, and to tempt him, to test him means what? So earlier her she lured him, in the unmanifested, when she was unmanifest. Without manifesting before him, she did it. She tried. It's not working. So she thought, let me have a duel with him. 1-to-1 fight. But very interestingly, Haridas Thakur won the test, and she was so happy, and she received initiation from Haridas Thakur. She received an initiation from Haridas Thakur. Wow. And and what is that? When we see the persecution, How Gopal Chakravarti, Gopal Chakravarti challenged him, but lost his nose and became a leper. Then eventually Haridas Thakur moved to Jagannath Puri, and he stayed with Siddhavakula. I don't know how many. I told the story of Siddhavakula one time, but I'll just repeat. I'll take only 1 minute. Probably 100 years ago, maybe 70, 80 years ago, maybe 100 years ago. So there were no trees to make a chariot. So king said, why not Siddhavakula tree? That is also Jagannath toothbrush only, right? Lord Chaitanya one day came and pushed the toothbrush of Jagannath Swami in the ground, and it became a Siddhavakula tree, under which Haridas Thakur would chant 192 rounds. So, but the king decided to cut the tree to use it as a chariot. The next day, that night, so the date and they said, all right, we'll do this cutting tomorrow. But the overnight, what happened? The tree became shallow. Hare Krishna. So if you go today, you'll see a shallow tree. Whole trunk is shallow. Means Krishna wanted Haridas Thakur legacy to continue. People should come and take darshan of this tree and see, take darshan of the tree and feel the presence of Haridas Thakur under this tree and take inspiration to spread the Hare Krishna mantra, to spread the Hare Krishna movement, spread the chanting of the holy name. Haribol, amazing. That's why by Lord Chaitanya's divine will, by Krishna's divine will, it's Jagannath Swami only. By Jagannath Swami divine will, the tree became a hollow. You're all listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So
Yes, Prabhuji.
then, but very interestingly, he was so humble. He never transgressed the Vaishnava etiquette. He never even ventured to go to the street. Because if he would go to the street, that's the street of the temple. What is Haridas Thakur mood? If only some pujari see me, they will be contaminated. He felt it. One great thing with Chaitanya Charitamrita is, we see like a thoroughly honest and Mahabhagavat devotees, whose only desire is to just serve Krishna or serve Lord Chaitanya, or suppose assist his pastimes in this world. They don't want anything from this world. What is the moral? Moral is they are telling all the desires that you are holding to enjoy the metal world, Prabhu and Mataji, they are useless. They'll cause only one thing to you. What is that? Push you in the cycle of birth and death, nothing else. So there is a guarantee. Today, I was going and I stopped at a signal. One big van went on which it is written, hey, there is no guarantee tomorrow. Enjoy fully today. Hare Krishna. There is no guarantee tomorrow. Enjoy fully today. That is nonsense. Because when tomorrow comes, when you can't enjoy, you'll be miserable. That they don't know. But interestingly, America is promoting this culture all over the world. So devotees being present in America, we should promote. Should speak against these things. Against the propagation of, some Mayas and Kalis will enjoy and suffer. Krishna saying. So now we'll go. So Haridas Thakur, every day Lord Chaitanya would come and give prasad. And Haridas Thakur would chant 192 rounds. Probably if you'd chant very fast, In our way of chanting, it'll take 24 hours. Or you would chant a little fast, maybe 18 hours. Even faster, maybe 12 hours. I think you would whole night you would chant. Or you might have slept 1-2 hours and you would chant. That way, he would finish. You don't see Haridas Thakur chanting rounds all the time. No, you would see him also taking part in other festivals. But amazing, amazing, amazing. So then with the snake pastime, how the snake left his cave. So anyway, he moved to Jagannath Puri, and one day Lord Chaitanya brought and pushed this. Lord Chaitanya allocated this place. If you remember, Haridas Thakur, Siddhavakula tree, Haridas Thakur residence, was not far away from Lord Chaitanya's residence. How many of you remember? Do you remember?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So actually, it's just
Yes.
walkable. It's just walkable distance. So Lord Chaitanya probably would go to temple in the morning and he would attend Mangalarti and he would stay there. Probably around 8 o'clock, he would come to Haridas Thakur residence. He would come to Haridas Thakur residence and he would give them, he would personally give Mahaprasad, Jagannath Mahaprasad. When you cannot go, Jagannath himself will come. So what is that? They would talk, they would discuss. Sometimes, Haridas, all this Sanatana Goswami, Prabhu Goswami, all the devotees visiting from Bengal, that caliber, Swarup and Sanat, they would stay with the Haridas Thakur. And that too, they felt they're also Muslims, So, so they would stay with Haridas Thakur. If you see, in the Antilila, Nitya, what is that? Prabhu Goswami, Lord Chaitanya conversing with Ramananda Roy and all the devotees, Sanatana Goswami. Excuse me, sorry. So anyway, now the story starts one day. Lord Chaitanya, Govinda came, Haridas Thakur, outside of his kutir, he was lying on the ground, slowly chanting the holy name. He was slowly slowly chanting the holy name. And what is that? Arise, arise, Haridas. So Govinda came, brought Mahaprasad. What Govinda brought? Mahaprasad. So when he brought Mahaprasad, Haridas Thakur, what he did? So Govinda said, I brought Lord Chaitanya, sent you Mahaprasad. Please wake up and take prasad, But what happened that time? He did not finish his rounds. He did not finish his rounds, and so he said, so because he didn't finish his rounds, Govinda kahe otasi karah bhojana, Haridasa kahe aji karimu langhana. Please rise and take Mahaprasad. Prasadam, Govinda said. Haridas Thakur replied, today I shall observe fasting. Why? I have not finished my regular number of rounds. Then how can I eat? And you have brought Mahaprasad, how can I neglect? So what he did, so he took a portion Prabhupada writes here, Mahaprasad, should not eat, but we should honor. Unfortunately, I have not developed the art of honoring till this day, But anyway, what is the Haridas Thakur? I said, this Mahaprasad, I cannot say no to it. And he took a tiny portion, because he had not finished his rounds. Aradina Mahaprabhu Tarata Niyaila Sushtaha Haridasa Boli Tara Puchila Tare Puchila. So Lord Chaitanya said, Haridas, Lord Chaitanya, are you well? Inquired. So how are you doing? So Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, my body is all right, but my mind and intelligence are not well. My body is all right, but mind and intelligence are not well. Lord Chaitanya said, can you ascertain your disease? Haridas Thakur said, I cannot finish my rounds. Haridas Thakur said, I cannot finish my rounds. That's my disease. Actually, what happened? One day, instead of reading Chaitanya Charitamrita from beginning, I picked up Antilil and I opened like this. And I read this line, I have a problem finishing my rounds. I thought, this problem is not now. That time also this problem was, So there is somebody, I think, big person is telling he cannot chant his rounds. What is that? Atmavat manyate jagat, atmavat pasyate jagat. Whatever is your consciousness, you see the world through that lenses. You're all listening, right? So, no, then later I read it and said, wow, he was chanting 192 rounds. Prabhu kahe kon vyadi kahata nirnaya, teho kahe sankhya kirtan na puraya. What is your disease, Haridas? Sorry, Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, I cannot finish my rounds. So Prabhupada writes, anybody who cannot finish his rounds is in a diseased condition. One day, what he asked Srila Prabhupada. One day, what Srila Prabhupada asked one day, what I'm sorry. How many rounds you did yesterday? That devotee chanted 14 rounds, but some problem came and he didn't finish 2 rounds. Suddenly Prabhupada asked, he said, Prabhupada, I couldn't finish. Why? Prabhupada said, when you chant 16 rounds, you as a baby, Krishna will hold your fingers and make you walk. But if you don't do that, you lose Krishna's helping hand in making you walk the baby steps. You're only a beginner on the path of bhakti. Right? Lord Chaitanya said, now you have become old. Please reduce the number of rounds. You're already liberated. There is no need to follow the principles strictly. Haribol. So another very important aspect we need to consider here is, though Haridas Thakur is a Siddha, Nitya Siddha devotee, he behaved like a sadhaka. He behaved like a Vaidhi sadhaka, following a Vaidhi sadhana bhakti till the last day. Not that, I am liberated now. Where is, he did not open any Gopi Bhava club. Not like that. Because they're all private. Lord Chaitanya never discussed intimate Krishna Lila in public. He always discussed philosophy. But he discussed Krishna Lila with only 2, Ramananda Roy and Sarvadam Goswami. Public and outside, outside of the devotee circle, always Bhagavad Gita and Krishna philosophy. But internally, Only two people, Ramananda and Prasaruddhana Goswami, he would exhibit all his ecstatic symptoms. Otherwise, Hare Krishna is, as soon as you reach 4 rounds, you start falling on the ground. What happened? Ecstasy. क्या चल रहा है? Ecstasy हो रहा है. You know? Everyone is listening?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
One day,
Yes, Prabhuji.
this gentleman came to see Gaur Kishore Das Maharaj. He was so ecstatic. Two people had to hold him. Nobody knew when he would faint, or he would have when he would. What is that? All this Ashtasatvika Vikara, horripilation, shivering, when he would have. So devotees were, everyone came, devotees were, they were really, really pleasantly surprised. Wow, somebody was attained perfection, Siddha. But Gaur Kishore Das Maharaj did not even pay attention. So during the conversation, he asked, after he left, if he is Siddha, why does he need a bank account? Why is he accumulating all these things in that? Especially when he's a renunciate. If he's a gross like, we can understand. He's not a gross renunciate, then why need? So that's what creates, and that's what, I'm just paraphrasing, hypocrisy. So Lord Chaitanya is telling Haridas, you have become old, please reduce your rounds. लोकनिष्ठारित ये तुम्हारा अवतारा ना मेरा महिमा लोके करिला प्रचारा. Haridas Thakur, you have, as an incarnation, you came to deliver the people in general, and you have sufficiently preached the glories of holy name all over the world. That's why it's called a Namacharya. So by using the word avatar, Lord Chaitanya is telling Haridas Thakur is a Brahma. If you ask me, reduce the rounds. No need. Then Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, please listen. Hina jati janma mora ninda kalevara, hina karme rati muni adhama pamara. Hina jati janma. I have taken, my birth is very low. No, I'm in my sinful body. Ninda kalevara. Hina karme, I have done all the abominable activities. And I'm adhama, worst of mankind. Pamara. I'm most condemned. Hare Krishna. Adrishya asprishya more angikara kaila ravrava haite kadi more vaikunta chadaila. My Lord, I am unseeable, untouchable. You have accepted me as your servant. It means you have delivered me from hellish condition and you raised me to the spiritual platform of Vaikunta. Swatantra Ishvara Tumya. Swatantra Ishvara Tumya Hoyavo Ichamaya. Jagat na chavo yare yaiche ichahaya. My Lord, you are the Supreme Lord, independent Supreme Personality of Godhead. You act by your own free will. You cause the whole world to dance like a dancing doll, Hare Krishna. My Lord, you made me dance like a puppet many times. And because of your grace, I was offered Shraddha Patra by Advaita Acharya. Who offered us Shraddha Patra to Haridas Thakur?
Advaita Acharya Prabhuji.
Why? When?
When Advaita Acharya's father passed away.
Shraddha ceremony. The Shraddha ceremony of Advaita Acharya He gave
He offered
the,
Shraddha
Shraddha
Patra.
Patra. He did not give it to any Brahmins. He gave it to Haridas Thakur. Wow. Though I was born in the family of meat eaters, I was given Shraddha Patra by the topmost Vaishnava devotees, Vaitacharya. You know, my Lord, I have only one desire. I know very soon, you will also wind up your earthly pastimes. My Lord, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see your closing chapter. Before that day comes, please let my body fall down in your presence. Hridaya dharima tomar kamala charana nayane dekimo tomar chanda vadana. So seeing your moon-like face, holding onto your lotus feet in my heart, chanting the holy name Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I want to leave this world, my Lord. If you're merciful, if by your mercy, if it is possible, please grant this benediction. See how humble Haridas Thakur is. He's telling, oh merciful Lord, if by your mercy it is possible, in order that please go Karuna. We didn't say that. If by your mercy it is possible, kindly grant me my desire. Hare Krishna. Right? Let this low-born body fall down before you. You can make possible this perfection of all my desires. He's not telling he's exalted devotee Namacharya, he's eternally liberated. So, a person who is humble, a person who is advanced is humble, a person who is humble is advanced. A person who is not advanced is not humble, a person who is not humble is not advanced. No? When we get an opportunity, when things don't go in our way, it means Krishna is giving an opportunity to apply pranada. Right? When things don't go well, it means Krishna is giving an opportunity to sorrow. What is the service? You transform your heart. You make bhakti fixed in your heart. You help others make bhakti fixed in their heart by praying to the Lord Chaitanya, Lord Sweet of Haridas Thakur, Lord Sweet of Nityananda Prabhu, and Lord Sweet of the entire Parampara, and Radha. Lord Chaitanya said, Haridas, if that is your desire, Krishna is very merciful, he'll fulfill it. But let me tell you, Kintu amara ye kichu sukha sabato malaya tomara yogya nahi abhi amara chadiya. Whatever is little bit of happiness, it is all due to your association with us. It is not befitting for you, it's not fitting for you to leave, to go away, leaving me behind. Can you believe Lord Chaitanya is telling? Hey, don't leave me. Chod ke mat jao. Whatever little happiness I have, Haridas, it is in your association. Amazing, right? No? Say Lord Chaitanya, he would always behave as a devotee. He'd always behave as a devotee, in public. So he's telling Haridas, definitely Krishna will fulfill, being merciful. Maybe he'll fulfill your desire. But Haridas, whatever little happiness I have, it's all because of you, Haridas. Please, don't leave. Don't leave, don't leave me. Don't leave this place leaving me aside. My happiness is all because of your presence. Hare Krishna. You know? You know? Immediately Haridas Thakur caught hold of Lord Chaitanya's feet. You know? You know? Don't create illusion, my Lord. I'm so fallen. I'm the very fallen. You will definitely show your mercy. You know? You must certainly show me this mercy. So that is Asha Bandha. You know? On one hand, you think you're fallen, but on the other hand, you know, Krishna will definitely protect you. Krishna will definitely, you'll get the grace of Krishna. You know? And there are so many people around you, millions of devotees, my Lord. They're fit to sit on my head. And they help you in your pastimes. You know? You know? If an insignificant ant dies, is there any loss? Is there any loss to the world? Huh? Bhakta Prabhu tumi mui bhakta basa avasya purabe Prabhu mora ei asha. My Lord, your Bhakta Vatsal, I'm an imitation devotee. You know, I wish that you fulfill my desire. Please, my Lord, this is my hope. So Lord Chaitanya that had to perform the noon duties, sannyasi, right? So he got up to him, I said, I'll come tomorrow. Let us settle this tomorrow. You know, he left and Lord Chaitanya came again after visiting Jagannath temple in the morning. He came, he rushed to the home of Haridas Thakur with all the devotees. You know, Haridas Thakur offered obeisances to everyone. Lord Chaitanya offered obeisance. Lord Chaitanya took dust from his feet. He offered obeisance to all the, he offered obeisance to the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas. Kya humility hai. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You know? Lord Chaitanya said, Haridas, what is the news? My Lord, whatever is your mercy, whatever mercy you can bestow on me, I am ready, my Lord. Means he made up his mind to leave the world. You know? Then immediately Lord Chaitanya started, you know, congregational chanting of the holy name. Maha Sankirtan, you know. And in that courtyard, and Vakreshwar Pandit was a chief dancer. All the devotees joined, you know, and where Sarvadana Goswami, you know, all the, you know. So what is that? Ramananda Roy, Saram Bhattacharya. So Lord Chaitanya started Kirtan, and in the middle, once in a while, he would glorify he'll speak the glories of Haridas Thakur. So when, you know, when Lord Chaitanya was speaking about the glories of Haridas Thakur, Lord Chaitanya was glorifying as he had 5 mouths, you know, and as he described his glories, Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy increased, happiness increased, you know. When everyone heard the qualities, the transcendental qualities of Haridas Thakur, all the devotees were struck with wonder. Now, for the best, sometimes, you know, we don't know devotees, right? You know, yesterday Ramkumar was telling, you know, this devotee is chanting 128. I said, really, Abba? Not 64. That is great. So one should inspire, you know, we should inspire each other to make progress on the path of bhakti. You can go back to Godhead. Lord Chaitanya's grace is there. Srila Prabhupada opened all these temples. Srila Prabhupada opened all the temples, including our temple, for that reason. Haribol. Not just to, create temple politics, but he wanted everyone to go back to Godhead. Haribol. So what Lord Chaitanya did, what Haridas Thakur did, he made Lord Chaitanya sit down before him, and he fixed his face on the moonlight. He fixed his eyes on the lotus face of the Lord, moon-like face of the Lord, and he took the dust from all the devotees. He put the Lord Chaitanya's feet on his chest, lotus feet, and he called everyone, and he took all the devotees, he took their dust from their feet and put on his head. Then he started chanting the holy name. Finally, he chanted Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And he was telling Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he drank the sweetness of the moonlight face of Lord Chaitanya. Tears cascaded from his eyes. Amazing. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Karite Ucharana, Namera Sahite Prana Kaile Utkramana. Utkramana. So chanting the holy name, chanting the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya, looking into the moon-like face of Lord Chaitanya, putting his feet on his chest. Haridas Thakur left this world. He gave up his life here. He gave up his life here. When everyone saw the Haridas Thakur death, like a mystic yogi, like a Bhishma Dev, everyone remembered Bhishma's death. Swachanda Maranam. Bhishma had that benediction given by his father. So Maharaj Santanu gave that benediction to Bhishma Dev, Swachanda Maranam. But Haridas Thakur also, he left the world. Amazing. Then what happened? Hare Krishna Sabde Sabe Kare Ko Lahala Premanande Mahaprabhu Haya Vihwala. So everyone said Haribol, Haribol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everyone chanted Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari. Everyone chanted. Lord Chaitanya became ecstatic. He became ecstatic, and what he did, he picked up Haridas Thakur body and he started dancing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. I'm sorry, not that they sang. So they sang tune. There is a Kirtan, Lord Chaitanya holding his body. He was dancing, and he was not giving up the body. Hare Krishna. Devotees were struck with wonder when they saw Lord Chaitanya's love for Haridas Thakur. Amazing. When they saw the love Lord Chaitanya had, he was not giving up his body. It means that much Lord Chaitanya loved his devotees, Haridas, especially Haridas Thakur. Then Sarudhar Goswami went and told, my Lord, danced for some time. We need to perform the, final rites for him. We are holding, and devotees, when we are helpless, we don't know what to do. Lord Chaitanya said, all right, I'm sorry. I don't think he said sorry, but then he just, so then they put the body down and they made a, they made a, what is it, like an airplane, like an airship, they made a carrier resembling the airship. They placed the body of Haridas Thakur in that carrier, and they took him to the sea, accompanied with congregational chanting. Lord Chaitanya was in the front, dancing. आगे महाप्रभु चले न नृत्य करीते करीते पाचे नृत्य करे वक्रेश्वर भक्त गण सते. So in the before of Lord Chaitanya was singing, and behind Vakreshwar Pandit and other devotees, you know. Then they bathed Haridas Thakur body in that ocean, and Lord Chaitanya declared, Prabhu kahe samudra eyi mahatirtha hoila, Haridas samudra jale snana karaila, Prabhu kahe samudra eyi mahatirtha hoila. By receiving the foot wash of Haridas Thakur, this ocean became a Mahatirtha, the holy place of pilgrimage. And that's why when we go to Jagannath Puri, we take bath. Why? Haridas Thakur, his body was bathed in that ocean, especially his feet. Haridasera padota kapiye bhaktagana, Haridasera ange dilla prasada chandan. So what did everyone washed his feet and drank that foot wash. And when what happened, they placed, the remnants of sandalwood, Jaina's sandalwood pulp, they applied on Haridas Thakur body. Then they dug a hole, and the body was placed, and the Haridas Thakur body was placed in that hole. And the remnants of Lord Chaitanya, like silken ropes, sandalwood pulp, food and cloth, they put it in his, when they dug a hole, they put all the things there. Then all the devotees did kirtan around his body. And as usual, Vakreshwar Pandit danced. And Lord Chaitanya personally threw placed sand on his body. Hari bola, bale gauranaya, apani sri haste valu, dilatara gaya. So Lord Chaitanya personally covered Haridas Thakur's body with sand. Hari bol, because Lord Chaitanya was also crying. So what they did, then they covered the entire Haridas Thakur body with sand, and they constructed a platform on that side. And they made a fencing to make sure nobody would come and dig and disturb his meditation. So and Lord Chaitanya danced, and the chant and danced and chanted. The echo of the holy name filled the entire universe. And what they did, they all went to the ocean and took bath. And they all went to ocean and took bath. And and they went around his tomb. They did protection parikrama, and they all came to Simhadwara. And the Hari Kirtan, Haridasa pradakshina kari aile Simhadwara, Hari Kirtana kolahala sakala nagare. So what happened? Lord Chaitanya, he took bath and he went around the tomb of Haridas Thakur. Then he went to the Simhadwara gate. The holy name was reverberating. Simhadware asi Prabhu pasari ratani, Achalapatiya prasadam, Achalapatiya prasad magila tathai. So this is the only time Lord Chaitanya, he was like, he was so affected. He took his chadar and spread on the Simhadwara gate. Today, I'm begging. He was so affected. He's thinking himself sannyasi. Like, if somebody passes away, you don't even have food to feed your relatives, right? So likewise, Lord Chaitanya took his chadar and spread on the ground and said, please, this is the only one time in Chaitanya Leela. His ecstasies are different. In public experience, again, public appearance, I request everyone give me some food so that I can distribute food, on the occasion of his disappearance. This is Lord Chaitanya, asking everyone, all the shopkeepers came with the baskets, I am begging prasadam for a festival honoring the passing of our Haridas. Please give me alms. Oh, Lord Chaitanya was begging. When all the shopkeepers came, so they brought their baskets. Why not? This Lord Chaitanya Krishna himself is begging. Haribo. And they delivered, they brought the baskets and put, Lord, please take it, take it. But Suryadas Goswami said, wait. And then shopkeepers, they went back to their places. They sat down with the baskets and he told Lord, my Lord, please, I request you to go home. So can you believe? Sadhunam hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayantoham madanyatena janate nahantebhyo mahanaya managapi. Krishna says, I don't know anything about my devotees. My devotees, they say, I don't know anything about my Krishna. That's intimate, that type of intimate loving exchange you don't see anywhere in the 14 worlds. That is the intensity. That's why God is a person. God is a personality. He is like, and what is that? Krishna is a, what is that? Krishna is a Akhila Rasamrata Murti. He doesn't act. He lives. If he acts, there is no, what do you call, there is no relishment. There is no relishing of rasa if he acts. Right? If Krishna is acting before Mother Yashoda, then where is the rasa? Or if we realize Krishna is acting, then where is the rasa? No, Krishna has this feature, Mugdha feature. And Mugdha feature Krishna forgets, especially when in the presence of his intimate devotees. He thinks he is a Nandanandan Krishna. So in the association of intimate devotees, Lord Chaitanya thinks he is Lord Chaitanya, sannyasi. He doesn't think himself Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone is listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Should I finish it or it's getting late?
Yes.
Huh? Should I continue for another 10 minutes?
Please continue,
Hari-
Prabhuji.
Haribol.
So,
Please continue, Prabhuji.
So we'll finish it actually, because day after tomorrow only. My Lord, go home. So Krishna loves to be controlled. Sarudana Goswami is the one who is very intimate. So when he was holding the body, Sarudana Goswami said, my Lord, we need to do the further, he left the body, it's ours, I mean, it's some time now. We need to do the final, we need to do the final rites. There's a program. And if you're holding like this, who can? Someone has to tell, right? Same thing, when what's his name, or Srivas Thakur's son left the world, world, Lord Chaitanya was dancing. But devotees came to know. Finally, morning, Lord Chaitanya said, is everything all right? I see something is not. What is it? Srivas, is everything all right? Yes, my Lord, amazing in your presence. Why things should not be all right? In your presence, you're the cause of all auspicious. Haribol, he jumped and he started dancing. But devotee said, no, my Lord, so everything is not all right. He said, what happened? His son passed away so many hours ago. But he wanted to give pleasure to you. That's why, he's just to give you enthusiasm, he's showing enthusiasm. Arjun, why you didn't tell me that? He doesn't want to, doesn't want to give you displeasure. He wanted your happiness only. Then that's the first time Lord Chaitanya said, how can I live this type of devotees? How can I leave them in, how can I leave all of you in future? That is the first time he signaled he would leave. He's telling Lord Chaitanya, his behavior is like, I'm begging alms, please give. So, man, wait. Can you please go home? Then he said, 4 devotees and 4 prasadam carriers, you stay with me. So, what is that? Krishna and Yogamaya, simultaneously they work. Sometimes, actually, it appears many times Yogamaya is controlling the whole scene, actually. It is. So, Krishna Yogamaya is more powerful. Love is more powerful. End of the day, Krishna is Shaktiman. In an intimate loving exchange, this is the duality, who is more powerful, less powerful. What dominates is love. So Yogamaya facilitates under the order and guidance of Krishna. Krishna is telling the friends, that is Agasura, don't go. He's going to swallow you. No, if it is Agasura, we'll go and play. Any problem happens, they will rescue. Krishna said, my Yogamaya is so powerful. I am myself telling these guys are not listening. The words are very powerful. Why they cannot listen? Action and reaction, whatever Maya does, we just act like puppets. Krishna, there is no Krishna's intervention in this world. What to speak of Krishna wants it. So Surudhar Goswami, said, my Lord, he sent him to his residence. And what he did, you all give me 4 palmfuls of prasad from each and every item. And they collected, packed it on different loads. And the 4 carriers carried that prasad. Apart from that day, Vaninath Patnaik and Kashi Mishra sent a huge quantities of prasad. See, that's it. Yeah, people, happiness does not come from possessions. It comes from loving exchange. When Krishna sees the selfless loving exchange, Krishna bestows more and more mercy. So then prasadam came, Lord Chaitanya was there, and Lord Chaitanya that day personally started serving. But Lord Chaitanya was not used to eating in small quantities of prasad. Lord Chaitanya would, is Jaina, right? So he was serving, he was serving prasad. Enough for 5 people. He was putting like this. His hand, Lord Chaitanya is so big, his hands are big. So, and devotees, you will not eat. Vaishnava etiquette. How can we eat without Lord Chaitanya's eating it? So everyone, nobody ate. And Sarva Goswami said, my Lord, nobody will eat if you don't eat. That day, Kashi Mishra extended his invitation to Lord Chaitanya. It was Kashi Mishra's turn that day. So Lord Chaitanya sat, and the prasad was brought from Kashi Mishra's home. And so Lord Chaitanya sat, and Sarvadhar Goswami, Jagadananda, Kashishwar, Shankar, these 4 people, Shankar Pandit, they distributed prasad. And Lord Chaitanya is telling, so give them more. And everyone was filled up to neck. So Lord Chaitanya was telling, what is that? Akanta Purana Sabhay Karai Labojana Deha Deha Bali Prabhu Balina Vachana. Give more, give them more, give more. No? And after taking prasad, everyone did Achman. And Lord Chaitanya gave them garland and sandalwood pulp. And Lord Chaitanya became so ecstatic. Prema Vishta Hoye Prabhu Karena Varadana Suni Bhakta Ganera Judaya Manaskama. Lord Chaitanya said, Lord Chaitanya gave a benediction, and devotees said, so they were so happy. What is that benediction? Anyone who has seen the festival of Srila Haridas Thakur passing away, anyone who chanted and danced, here, anyone who has offered sand to the body of Haridas Thakur, anyone who has joined the festival to partake prasad will achieve the favor of Krishna very soon. There is such a wonderful power in seeing Haridas Thakur. Haribol! Being very merciful upon me, Krishna gave me the association of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, be independent in his desires, being independent in his desires, he has broken that association. Now, when Haridas Thakur wanted to leave the world, I don't have any power to detain him. No? So, so simply by his will, Haridas Thakur, he could give up his life like Bhishma Dev, and Lord Chaitanya made his point. Haridas Achila Pradvi Rasi Ramani Tahavina Ratna Sunya Hoila Medini. This world, Haridas Thakur is a crust jewel of this world. Without him, this world is now bereft of that valuable jewel. Shunya hoya. There is actually the value of the world is not in buildings and people who rule the buildings, who cover the buildings, who honor the buildings, who honor the earth. Bhumi Gita, Mother Earth says this. How wonderful it was when Krishna was walking. Today I'm bereft of that association. All these malechas and Evanas, all these people, these demoniac kings are ruling now. So, Lord Chaitanya was so, he said, why are we talking about him? The real science is, in Gita it is said, spiritual science. A person who studies this science with an intention to attain the love of God, with an intention to go back to Godhead, is truly intelligent. Otherwise, it's all yantra vidya. It's all useless, actually. Bhaktivinoda Thakur appearance is on Friday. Tomorrow, I think, Bhaktivinoda Thakur appearance. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I study Vidya, I studied all these books. In my old age, I want to focus on Krishna. Whatever I studied in my childhood and youth, it is coming and disturbing my meditation. This is like a burden of an ass. Vidya Vilas. Yes, the movies, whatever nonsense we talked, whatever nonsense we discussed. At the end of the life, they're like a burden on the ass. But anything we do with Krishna, devotees, that is our good fortune, and all glories to Haridas and start chanting the holy name. Lord Chaitanya start dance, Sabagaye Jaya 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 Haridasa Namera Mahimaya Karile Prakasha. Prince all glories to Haridas Thakur, who revealed the importance of chanting the holy name. Haribol. So Lord Chaitanya and he gave permission to everyone to leave. And Tabe Mahaprabhu Sabe Bhakti Vidhaya Dila Arsha Vishade Prabhu Vishrama Karila. Lord Chaitanya, one word with mixed feelings of happiness and distress. Why? Harsha Vishade Prabhu Vishrama Karila. Why? Happiness? Because the festival went on very well. He could honor a devotee's passing away. Vishada? Now Haridas Thakur is no longer there. That association is gone. There's a hole in the heart. This world is like that. Everyone has to go. Hey, these bodies are made up of clay. Mranmaya Patra. These bodies are made up of clay. And we are putting everyday breakfast, lunch, and dinner in that Mranmaya Patra. The body is getting tired. Nobody stays. Where are Alexanders and Hitlers? Where are those emperors? They're all gone. So if when somebody understands that and if you understand it, we become serious. So Krishna, one line, I'm done. And why I am done? Actually, this very interestingly, this chapter has 108 verses. Very interesting. So there is a temple, the Tota Gopinath temple, Goswamis used to maintain the temple of Haridas Thakur Samadhi and Siddhavakulam, but I think they sold it. But if you go there right now, so this chapter emphasizes on the Lord Chaitanya's care. Although he's the topmost sannyasis, he came and picked up his body. He danced, and he covered Haridas Thakur body with sand. Very interesting. That was not now those days. So I'm done. Only one more minute. What is that? Chaitanya Charitra Yai Amrute Rasindu Karnaman Tripta Kare Yara Eka Bindu. Chaitanya Charitamrita is a motion of nectar. Even one drop will satisfy fully. Bhava Sindhu Tari Bare Achaya Rachita Shraddha Kari Sunu Se Chaitanya Charitra. If you really want to cross the cycle of birth and death, please hear with great faith the life story of Lord Chaitanya and his qualities. And actually, why I made everyone wait is only one reason. There is a Shruti, whenever that Falashruti for this. Prabhupada writes, anybody who hears, for that reason I stopped. Anybody who hears this narration, very soon they'll receive the grace of Krishna. So you are all hearing Haridas Thakur Disappearance Day. Very soon you will receive the grace of Krishna. Haribo. Jai Haridas Thakur ki, Navacharya Haridas Thakur ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you so
Hari
much,
Bol.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Dandavat.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
You will all chant 32 rounds now. I'm sorry, 64 rounds for 3 days now.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Yes, Prabhuji.
And you will inspire others to do that also.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. And we'll end it there. Thank you very much. And my obeisance is always Srila Prabhupada. Haribol. Actually, no, we are going to Vrindavan Yatra December 24th to December 31st. But all anybody is interested, they can come. That's another point I forgot to mention. I'm thinking of telling every time, but I'm forgetting. December 24th to 31st, it's Vrindavan, Yatra. 24th is the last date for registration. And I'm ending. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat.
Now,
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you.